Look at this eyebrow. Isn't it just like not the best eyebrow you've ever seen? Hi guys, what is up? Mari is my name. And whoa. Hi guys, what is up? Mari is my name. And today I'm going to be doing another dating fail story time. I think it's been about a month since I did my last one about our what did we call him? Ryan, I believe. So I have another one for you guys today. So the last one I did my unwanted attention from a Nazi video took place during my sophomore year of high school. Well, this story time is going to be a little bit more recent. So the first part of the story is going to take into my senior year of high school, my freshman year of college. And then the second part of the story time is going to take place between my freshman year of college and my sophomore year of college. So I had a long summer because I graduated in early June from high school, and I didn't start my first university until mid to late September. So I had like a good few months off from school. That gave me time to have a relationship, and I don't have that many relationships, and they're far and few between. So this kid I was talking to for like a while, we're gonna call him Norman. Norman and I were talking. I mean, everything was starting out good and well. He went to my graduation party from high school, so that's a good sign. We went on a few dates, and everything was going well until it wasn't. And that's the only way I can just describe it as. It was going well until it wasn't. We were talking often. We went on dates. I actually went and saw the Finding Dory movie twice. Once with my grandma because I was in Arizona. We just saw it together. And then I asked Norman out, and I was like, do you want to go like to movies and possibly dinner? And I was like, well, what kind of movies do you like? And he's like, oh, I like animated films. So that's how I saw it twice. So I was like, oh, let's go see Finding Dory. Then things started not going well. So Norman and I had like a summer bucket list we were going to do. Before I went off to college in Oregon, and yeah, because he stayed in our town where our high school was. Basically, there was a few things that we both wanted to do that we thought would be fun. Long story short, none of those things were accomplished. Like, none of them. Where it really, if I could pinpoint where it really started going awry was, sorry about that, my mom called because I'm gonna be out of town tonight. So where I would really pinpoint where it started going wrong was probably, I had these friends, and we're gonna call one Tatiana, and another girl we're going to call Michelle. So Tatiana, Michelle, and Tatiana's boyfriend, who we're going to call Luke, and one of Tatiana's co-workers, and myself and Norman, we're going to go to this sandbar, which is a beach. It's kind of like the cool summer hangout spot in the town where my high school was. I was texting Tatiana, and she's like, yeah, ask Norman if he wants to go to this beach place, and then the next day, Friday, we can go to Seattle. So I was like, hey Norman, do you want to go to the beach place with Tatiana, Luke, Michelle, and a bunch of other people? And then Seattle, Tatiana wants to know if you want to go to Seattle on Thursday, but it would just be me and you and her and Luke. And oh my, this response, guys. This response. Here we go. So Norman said, I would like to go. Hey guys, it's Eddie Mari, and I'm just butting in to say I actually said the real name of the beach place here, so that's why it's kind of weirdly edited. I can't go to Seattle because there's going to be protests in Seattle, and it's going to be a riot. It's going to be a day of rage, and my mother says I can't, and I was like, okay, you're like 18, but you do you. So do you still want to go to the beach? And he's like, we'll see. He never made it to the beach, so yeah. So it ended up just being me, Tatiana, and Michelle in Seattle, and I did take pictures of what was that, because we weren't going to just end our trip because Norman said we should. I don't like to live my life in fear, so I did take a selfie of us three in Seattle at Westlake, and he's never been to Seattle with me. He's never been to Seattle with me. Things were going well then, and then we continued. We continued. After all of that, we still continued to date for like a year. So, I mean, it was a long distance relationship, so what can you do? I lived in Oregon, he lived in Washington for like the bulk of our relationship. So I had like a late summer, but it was a shorter summer, unlike my previous summer. So I was like, hey, I'm going to be in Washington for a couple months in town. Do you want to hang out or do something? And he said, yeah, let's do sushi. So I said, I've never really had sushi, but okay. And we get to the sushi place, or I meet him at the sushi place, and I'm like, hey, do you want to pick me up, or do you want to meet there? He's like, oh, my AC is broken in my car, and I'm allergic to the heat. So I was like, oh, I'll meet you there, where's the address? So I meet him there, and so we eat our dinner. I think all is going well. We're just basically catching up because we haven't really had a chance to. Like, how was your freshman year of college? It was good. All was going well and dandy, and it was a nice date. It was summer. It was July, and I was like, hey, instead of sitting like here, do you want to go walk around downtown? And he was like, oh, I can't. My ride's on its way. And I was like, excuse me, your ride's on its way. It was like an hour, so we eat like dinner at 5:30. This was 6:30. I got all cute for this date, and I was like, yeah, my ride's on its way. I don't have my car, so I have to leave. So as we were leaving, Norman said I was like going to be polite. At this moment in time, I realized this was going to be our last and final date. So I said, next one's on me. And he said, no, it's fine. After all, I'm the one with the paying job. I forgot to leave out that in between this time frame, I had a internship in a communications department as a photographer. Okay. And then basically he left, a goodbye, like, you look good. I was honestly so confused, so upset and angry, and it was downtown, which, I mean, it's downtown. I've lived in that I lived in that city for a very long time before I moved, and everything was closed, so it's like I had to just sit there and then like on a curb and wait for my mom to come and pick me up, because I was like, hey mom, the date's over. And she was like, what? And I was like, I know. So yeah, we basically never or haven't talked since. If you want more dating fail story times, be sure to lick that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, then be sure to whack that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.